Yo, Mabel. Can I ask you something? Man, how do you get your titties to go all the way around your back like that, huh? Cellar door. This ain't a new figure here. The reason I'm showing this off right now is because kapow! Variant found. The drought is over. At least here in Connecticut. I know there's been a drought for wrestling figures at Walmart's, Targets, but I'm finally looking on Facebook and seeing people posting new figures, new stock, all around the world. Statues are crumbling for you. And I'm hoping that's it. The drought's over. So today my cousin was in the store. He called me, said, hey, do you need the SummerSlam King Mabel figure? I said, does it have gold tassels or are they just purple? I thought it was purple and black, but it looks like it's just purple in there. So he said, yeah, it doesn't and has lightning bolts on it. I said, yep, that's the variant. Grab that for me. And then I said, do they have the biker Undertaker by any chance? Yeah, they do. So he ran back, grabbed that. Undertaker in his American Badass look. This is pre-Big Evil. Not a huge fan of this look. Not really even a huge fan of this figure. It looks goofy with the hat on. We'll have to see it more when it's open. I don't know if it's this figure or the stigma of the era of figures that were out at this time. This was Titantron Live days, and man, those figures made me stop collecting wrestling figures. I got out of wrestling figures through like the end of Titantron Live. I missed all the R3 techs. I bought every Hogan that was out in the R3 techs and the NWO figures and the box set Hogan, but I was done with wrestling figures. Didn't get back into them until my dad brought me home that Ultimate Warrior in the Classic Superstars Series 1, and the rest is history. And I also said to him, can you check if they have? They probably don't. Patrick Patterson. So, Chase figure found for Pat Patterson. Was very pissed off at this figure. They had a signing in Connecticut for Pat Patterson. Showed up at one of the Walmarts. We did show up late. Not on my account. I'm not taking the blame for that. But the workers were being brutal. I don't think they knew better. They were giving out 2, 3, 4 figures at a clip. And people were like animals, just grabbing. So it is what it is. We didn't get it. But we did get... I got him. I got him, Christopher. I got him now. So, neat. Done with this line. I'm not going to grab Roman. I'm not going to grab Braun. I got Brie and Daniel. Wasn't really going to get the Daniel, but actually, no. When they first showed it, I did say I was going to get it. I wasn't going to get it because I know there's going to be one coming out with the turquoise dressed belt, the vegan belt. And I figured if I got Daniel, I might as well get Brie. The Brie's nice. She comes with a shirt. Probably haven't bought one of her figures since a 2-pack with the Bella Twins. But the Daniel Bryan in blue, his first elite outside of the normal red and black and white that he usually goes with. So that's it for that set. Haven't found anybody from the Velveteen set. Haven't found anybody from the the Ricochet set. But I have seen people posting that they're finding those. So hopefully the figure gods are nice to Connecticut as well. Big Bad Toy Store, on the other hand, is always nice to the cellar door. Today I come home from picking up these figures, and on my door waiting was a box with the Wendingo Bath set with the controversial cannonball figure that has no bottom half. The half-assed, assless cannonball figure. I know some people like it. They say it's different, but I would have preferred it to at least have this, the bottom piece, as an accessory, and you could either wrap it around or unclip it. I mean, God, the guy hasn't had a figure since the Domino 2-pack. Showing off my knowledge. So, 6-figure set, everybody in the line comes with a piece of the Wendingo. Jimmy Hudson, the Guardian. He comes with the chest and the tail. Guardian, I mean, if I put this next to the old Guardian legend, I'm sure it looks 100 times better. But there's not much different you could do with him besides, what, give him a maskless head or... I don't know. It is what it is with him. Do love the Boom Boom making her Legends debut. And she got the bubblegum blowing face, which we saw with Jubilee. And I don't know, I love that effect. I think it looks super neat. She's got an effect over here on her hand. An explosion going on. She comes with a regular hand, thank God. A little vest going on. Separate leg piece around her thigh. But yeah, Boom Boom making her debut. Part of the original X-Force. And you know, what I love about Hasbro with these Legends now, they got the old X-Force logo on these two. And when you move to the Wolverine, they do it right. The more, well, not even that it's more modern, it's Uncanny X-Force. But they could have just threw that on there and called it a day. But this Wolverine wasn't too pumped about it. This is my third Uncanny X-Force Wolverine in the gray and black. The single-packed one had the more shiny silver on it. Then the three-pack one was pretty much identical to this. It's over there. I could go check it out. But the claws on here are actually a brand new mold, and I'm loving them. They're more thick. I wouldn't like them on every single one, but they are thicker, and they look like they sit in the fist better. I'll have to see more when I open it. Can't wait for that Bone Claw Wolverine. It's crazy. Like, Wolverine will always sell, and they know as long as they switch up a little bit. I mean, especially with the Build-A-Figure going on, diehards are going to buy them. This is probably on a different body mold, too. I know the new Wolverine body mold definitely fits him better. Like this up here. He has the swivel shoulder joints. He's got them, too. So you could do one of those poses with him. But cool figure. Like it more than I thought. I mean, I was going to get it regardless, so at least I have something in there to be pumped about. Two figures I was pumped most about, even though they're not the debut in the line. You got the Nightcrawler, 3 heads. What's he got? 2 pairs of hands? No, he's got 1 extra hand. He comes with the left arm, and you know his stuff always sells. Less jointed than the Toy Biz, but I'm bigger on quality than joint, the way the figure looks. Molds over articulation, I guess you could say. We'll have to see how I feel about that when the McFarlane DC figures come out. And the belle of the ball, the wave, Mr. Sinister. Mr. Sinister, I still have his original legend up over here. Where are you? He had the more square head going on there, all dusty. But I haven't really compared the two next to each other. Now that's an old Toy Biz legend. So the capes are different. He has a... Well, they're both nice, but it's a little bulkier. Fingers are jointed on the Toy Biz. Toy Biz definitely knocked it out of the park with the joining. But like I said, I don't know. I'm bigger on the molding. And there's that Wolverine right there. So yeah, the torso joint's different. It looks like the legs are different. They don't use those. Or do they? I'm not sure. I don't know my stuff right now. But we're going to have to check that out when we finally take a day to open some stuff. Now, I did open, however, Storm's Evil Ryu and Violent Ken. They've been sitting over there for a while. I said, let me open these things before the regular versions of Ken and Ryu come out that are probably going to be pretty much on the same mold with different heads in their regular attire. It's Ken and Ryu. It's not Evil Ken and Evil Ryu and Violent Ken out of Storm. These are really nice. Each comes with, does he come with 3 other heads, I want to say? Yeah. Everything's over here. I'm sorry everything's a mess. I'm trying to get everything in order to finally get this show on the road. But one day at a time, right? And we also got this Mr. Freeze. Now, if you've been collecting for as long as I have, you'll know that this Mr. Freeze is paying homage to the old Toy Biz Batman figures. And I was pumped when I saw the Penguin that they did in the blue. But I wasn't too keen on this Mr. Freeze when I first saw it. I don't know why. And then I was kicking myself in the ass not getting it. I finally ordered it last week. Just so nostalgic. It has kind of goofy weapons. They kind of look like they should have like little kid power features. Whoa, there he goes. Mace Windu. Does that have a spring in there? I don't know. No, it actually doesn't, but all in all, nice figure. He does not change colors when you freeze him like the old figure does. That would have been a neat feature. But speaking of this Mace Windu, I can't wait to get the ball fully rolling and praise the hell out of the Star Wars Black 6-inch line. I love that we have Star Wars figures in scale with Marvel Legends, with wrestlers. Could you imagine, especially with Lego, how much fun, like if we really, really played with these, like in our little kid mind, can you imagine how much fun we would be having all this stuff in the same scale? Like oh, like it gives me a boner now. I would have been humping the bed hardcore when I was little. Oof. But yeah, all these lines mix. It's so dope. But neat.